Welcome, podcast fans. It's time for the What's Up Bro podcast show presented by j&j Production Studios, the home for all your entertainment needs. All kinds of great topics discussed every week, a variety of different themes offered, special guest appearances, prize giveaways, and so much more. Stay tuned. And now, here are your hosts, Sam Crow and Big Hoss.
Well, hello, and welcome back, everybody. Yes, we are here again for another awesome interview tonight, and we got a good one for you guys. If you haven't had a chance, catch up. We've had plenty of them dropping the last several days. We've been cranking them out fairly regularly the last 2 weeks, and hard to believe we're kind of crunching and chewing right through summertime, but people come out, they want to chat. We want to chat with them, and they come here. So tonight we have some...
You love crunching and chewing.
Yeah, well, that I don't know if I would say that, but I'll just okay. Maybe.
He likes the munching on a rug.
He's my.
Are you talking diving, like muff diving? What?
There we go. Perfect segue into it tonight.
Great double entendre there.
There we go. And speaking of that, we're going to introduce some of our guests here tonight because it kind of falls right in the topic there. But it is me, Sam Crow, with Ambi and Taskmaster Bill. So we have some special guests here tonight. So would you indulge us? And I always like to let the guests do this because it's more fun. Please introduce yourselves. Tell us who you are, what you're here to talk about, and more about yourselves, if you please.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having us on. My name is Marla. I am podcast host of the podcast Dare to Date Me with my co-host Max. Max and I have been running strong together for 40 plus years. Yep. Met in college, so you can only imagine the shenanigans we've
do back
then. Back in the 80s when there were no videos, thank God, no pictures, no Facebook, no social platforms, nothing.
The good old days.
We have some Polaroids hidden in a box somewhere,
right? Wow!
And that's where they're going to stay.
Never to be seen. Never to be seen again.
No.
Wow! Where's the VHS tapes? I want to find those too. That'd be yeah.
Those are in a box.
Hidden. And what do you ladies like to specialize and talk about primarily? What is your topic of interest?
Well, I'm Max. Let me just jump in real quick.
Go ahead. Yeah, please. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm the co-host, and what I try to do is when we have different guests on, we have life coaches, dating coaches, we have people that have been on dates, we've done group activities.
Wow.
So while we'll really get into the meat of the conversation, I'm here as the reality check for everybody when they come on to make sure that we're getting what we need out of these people to realize they're honest, they're true, and we're trying to help everybody out with a little bit of fun on the side.
Yeah. So primarily we talk about dating and relationships, and we've had matchmakers on. We've covered the gamut, but I host and Max hosts events with me at various bars throughout the Valley in Phoenix.
Wow.
So we have another one coming up at the end of September that we'll put on. And it's really about getting people together and making them say, hi, I'm Marla, how are you? It's, face to face instead of this and swiping left and swiping right. People are so used to social media platforms and dating platforms. And on the platform, oh my God, he or she is Mr. and Mrs. Wonderful.
Right.
And meet them in person and you're like, oh, so the pictures you had were from 20 years ago, right? And they're like, well, those are my good pictures. And you're like, yeah, but you're not 40, right? And so making people understand, if you truly want a relationship, you have to have communication and conversation face to face.
Right.
Because on paper, you can match 1,000%.
Oh yeah.
Or 30 people every single day.
Yeah, it's like getting them into the real world and getting, something out of them instead of everybody being this, player online.
Right.
And you can have a date for breakfast, a date for lunch, a coffee date, and a date for dinner. Don't ask me how I know, but you can. So there's that. Okay. And then I come back and I call Max that night. I'm like, for fuck's sake, what's wrong with this situation, right? Seriously, they're like, the conversations that you've had leading up to these meetings are amazing. And everybody's like, oh, they have their life together. And then you meet and you're like, oh, you forgot to tell me you were married.
By the way, yeah.
You know,
Oops. And you had kids and we didn't know that. Oops.
By the way, I have 9 children. Wonderful.
Oh,
it's the 6 marriages. That was the big one.
Wow.
The six marriages was like, what in the actual, right? And I dated someone for a couple of dates and he forgot to tell me he had a 10-year-old.
How do you forget? That's like not like leaving your dog at home. Like, I mean, you know, by the way, and it's like, jeez,
how do you forget things like that? Right. You know, I can forget I have 3 cars because I'm only driving one, but I can't forget I have 3 children.
Be pretty bad if you did that. Otherwise, you don't keep track at night when they go to bed, which is also pretty bad.
Yeah, and then there's the ones that they forget they have spouses. Those are the best ones.
Yeah, that like I forgot I was married somewhere. I'm like, how did you just leave and your husband was there, wife was there, and like, oh, you forgot to mention.
Well, that's the issue with using the online dating is because these people are coming up with these imagination personas. Right. They really think that they can go out there and do something with this, and it's some people are getting away with it, but we're trying to like take that out of the picture and get people to realize that we're gonna shine that light on you and get rid of this and have people have real dates and have real meaningful contacts with people because it's gotten to be so ridiculous. You know what? That's a great point. Actually, I want to just ask this as the first question because I think this is something I heard a lot about.
Let Amber go next because she's waiting.
I will, but this is a great question. This is a great one because I'm genuinely curious as far as because obviously it's a social media realm nowadays. What do you feel like as far as we hear this the pros and cons, the dating apps, like how real are they? Do they work? Like are there some? I know there's all these. Some are not legit. Like, does it really work? Is that really something people can meet each other through these dating apps? Like, I mean, I'm just generally curious from your perspectives there. Maybe you dealt with it. Meeting is not the problem. It's actually getting some sort of real relationship. And you don't have to find your soulmate, right? But to have an honest conversation or might meet some good people that you can have become part of your clique in your life. Mm-hmm. Very, very rarely. I do have some friends that were successful, but it's 1 out of a million, for God's sakes. It's the percentages of it actually having a real contact is so minuscule.
And let me just say, with AI now, you have to go through these profiles and literally scrutinize them all because I've had so many friends of mine tell me they've met the love of their life and it's an AI profile. Right. And, come on, you can reverse photo check and figure out it's a stock photo. Right? Mm-hmm. If this person is only available on certain hours of certain days, right? That's not a person you want to communicate with. If I were to say, hey, I can only talk to you after work because I don't have my phone at work or because of my job, I can't, I can text you on my lunch break or I can text you on a break and then I'll catch up with you after 5 p.m. Totally respectful. But if their window is 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., that's a red flag. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
It's a 12-year-old before his mom gets home.
Right.
Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah.
Perhaps
he's back down to the basement where he lives.
Perhaps he's an adult escort.
I doubt that.
Common sense has gone out the window with dating apps because people want to be loved. People want to be in a relationship. People want to find their person, but it's not going to be through a dating app. Like Max said, it's going to be 1 in a million that you actually find your person on an app, and that's it.
Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, go ahead, Amber. I know you're dying. She's burning with questions. She's got her notebook there.
You
But
can
go
see
ahead.
the sweat rolling off her forehead. Come on.
Bring it on, baby. Bring it on.
Wrapper. I'm playing with a gun wrapper.
Bring it on, baby. Let's go.
They have already asked so many questions. I got confused.
Sorry, go ahead. I only asked one, technically.
Amber, I'll give you a minute. I'll give them one, and you can think of one. So, ladies, I will tell you, I am 1 in a million. My wife found me on a dating app. She found me, and then from there we got the ball rolling. And
wow.
Now watch the magic happen. No, I'm just kidding.
I'd rather not.
But if you were to someone, hold on, Jace, I'm on an interview right now. Sorry. If you were to have somebody fill out a dating application, your Plenty of Fish, your eHarmonies, whatever it is,
Right.
what sort of things should they have on there to give yourself an optimum ability to find a mate?
Well, I think it's going to depend, because what I'm looking for is totally different than what Max is looking for. So for me, I would want someone who's adventurous, who does not have small children at home, that can travel on the spur of the moment, has a valid passport, right? That likes to go hiking and likes to go paddleboarding and likes short weekend trips, right? And for Max, what would you be looking for?
Well, after all of that, first of all, I'm not really looking because I'm more of a catch and release person, but it's really a matter of honesty. It's not going to work no matter what app you use, or even if you have an opportunity to go to a greeting, of a group together when we do these events. If you're not going to be honest about who you are and what you're presenting, if you're going to present yourself as a single guy who's a multimillionaire, but you're sleeping in your car, you're not going to get anywhere, but all you're doing is wasting everybody's time. So have some honesty in what you're looking for. If you're looking for a friend, are you looking for, a lasting relationship? Be honest about it. And that's the hardest thing that you find with these apps and the people that are going on there. They automatically assume it's a professional game, and we have to, put in all the skills and tools and not actually be the real person that they're supposed to be.
And I will say 1,000 times, every single time I talk to anyone, do your due diligence, men and women. Like, look for their social media platforms, do a reverse check. Look for their phone numbers. Like, are they that person? So phone numbers can tell you a lot of things. Oh, sorry, I'm still on my ex-wife's account. Okay. Really? Yeah, because we get a discount. Really?
Sure. Yeah. I bet you do.
Your discounts, buddy. That's not one of them that you should be having at the age of 55.
Yeah.
Now I have a curious question. I'll let Amber, but this is just a generalization. As a Canadian, almost everyone I know has a passport. I don't have any friends that don't have passports.
All Americans don't.
Why? I'm finding that. Why don't Americans have passports?
I have no idea.
We don't go anywhere, and we can travel even within the country. We don't need passports.
I'm in Canada. I have a passport. We go to Mexico. We travel to Europe.
Well, perfect example, though, but you're in Canada. I'm just saying not everybody does. Well,
right.
More or less.
But for me, this is exactly what I'm saying. For me, the person I want to go out with, I want you to have a passport. Because if I want to take off for a long weekend in Mexico tomorrow, I want us to be able to go.
Right.
I agree.
Fair enough.
That's a valid thing for me.
I get the 10-year passports. We'll only have to go once a decade.
Yeah, me too.
Well, and the thing is, even no matter what anybody's past might have been, at some point, maybe your lives are going to cross, and that's going to be the opportunity that you want to make sure that all those things are in line. So that's why the honesty of what you want to do and who you want to be with is important, because everybody is making these profiles that sometimes I read them and they're god awful, because you know that everything that's in it is a lie.
I pulled one up just for this show.
I was going to give you a scenario, but hey.
This works better.
All right.
I'll still give you my scenario. Kind of a situation.
That's a good one, too.
Yeah.
6'3", particular sex therapist, public speaker, great oral skills, dominant world traveler, saving people from Karens on a daily basis, dog and cat lover, love girls with daddy issues, no felonies, 2024 world pussy and ass eating champion, expert cuddler, amateur videographer, expert shit talker, must have a sense of humor. By the way, this person is 50 years old.
Is this Chris Reaper? That was my nickname that I came up with, one of the people that we actually met.
Oh, okay. Could be.
No, but it sounds like him.
That sounds just like him.
I guess you have a type then there, some kind of type that comes out there.
Who is the judge at the World Ass Eating Champion?
I was gonna ask that too. Who judges that?
How do you tell? Yeah, like, I mean...
So like they have to send in a videotape or something?
Right. Please don't forward that. I have enough dick pics to make a coffee table book, okay?
Okay.
It's gonna be the Dare to Date Me dick pic coffee table book. Okay.
Okay, so
wow.
We get a lot of those.
Whatever your question is, also tell them your story as it relates to our podcast.
But come on, why would you? Why?
Okay.
This is a profile. This is a why. Come on.
Yeah.
That's a why. Mine's a why too, and I don't know what's going on in this situation. Right. So I'm not streaming this to my Facebook because he can see it. I specifically did not do it for today. Okay, so I live with a friend. Well, he lives with me. He's been living with me for, I want to say, since January. No, about February. So we've been living together since about February. We had sex a couple of times.
Is that how he pays his rent?
It's food stamps.
She's getting there. She gave her time. She's getting there. Hold on.
Don't
get too far ahead of the story. Yeah.
So he cooks. Yes, he's a great cook. I don't have to cook, barely. We went on vacation.
Okay, but who's buying the groceries? Who's paying for the groceries?
Me and him.
Okay. All right.
So he pays for the groceries. I pay for the groceries. Mine is being more because I get more. We just, I don't know how to explain it.
Just be honest. Be forthright. Go ahead.
Tell her the way you would your girlfriend.
We've heard everything, honey. Bring it on.
So we went on vacation. We didn't have sex the whole entire vacation. Then we came back from vacation. We ended up having sex outside while camping. We came home. We had sex once since we've been back, and that was like June 1st. And we haven't had sex since, but we sleep together. We sleep next to each other. He doesn't cuddle. He doesn't touch. He doesn't look. And I'm like, okay. And when everybody asks him, what are we? We're in a relationship, but we're friends. He's working on him. So I'm kind of confused on what the hell does that mean?
You also didn't mention the part you said when he wants to be intimate. What is his...
Oh, yeah. And when he wants to be intimate, he likes anal sex. And I'm like, okay, well,
nothing
I'm not
else.
into it. And nothing else. And I'm like,
Grindr?
okay, well...
That's is he on Grindr?
I don't know.
That's a great question.
Yeah, make a fake profile and find out.
What is
That's
Grindr?
not a bad idea. Yeah.
Is Grindr the gay one? Is that the gay one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
You didn't think about that, did you?
Well,
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, but that's just, you're in a very typical situationship, as they all like to call it, and he slept with you to get a place to live, and now he's got the place to live, and now he can back off unless he gets what he wants, which is the back.
Right. And if I go somewhere, like I went out with my homegirl the other night door dashing, and he was like really adamant about me coming home. He was like, "What are you doing? Where are you at? When are you coming back?" And I'm like,
"You get no say in that, sir."
I was like, "I'm hanging with my friend. No. I've only been gone an hour."
No, you get no say in that. Sorry, none.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you know what? Time has come to an end. You have 30 days. Please figure it out. Go somewhere else. This is not a relationship. This is getting what he wants when he wants it.
Right? Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Bye.
And if you're not communicating and you're having questions about it,
we were great friends. We were great friends when he didn't stay with me, but now that he stays with me, it's like
it's changed.
But everything's changed. I'm like,
even a little bit of emotion getting involved can screw that up.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, I care about you. I like you, but you don't give me that. Like,
if you're not getting the feeling, you're being used.
Yeah.
You can, and no, that's a hard pass for me. Yeah. An absolute hard pass for me. That is someone who's saying, here, I'll give you this much. And then when you're not there and he wants you to come back, it's a form of control.
Right.
Absolutely not.
It's very conditional. The big thing is you better have a serious conversation with him now and get him out. And then maybe you might be able to salvage your friendship
Right.
once the emotion and all the other stuff has gone to pass. But if it's
Like,
not, if you're not feeling good, there's
I haven't
discussion
put
that's
my
done.
emotion. I haven't put my emotion there because when he sat there and told my parents, when they asked him, and they were really adamant about it, my dad was asking, "Are you guys in a relationship?" And he was like, "Yeah, we're in a relationship, but we're friends." Like,
No, we're friends. Max
I
and
was like, "We're
Max
friends."
and I
and
are
he was
friends.
like,
I could say we're in a relationship. We're friends for 40
Right.
plus years.
Right.
I'd
Yeah.
slice the bitch if anybody hurt her.
right.
I mean, point blank.
And
But
she's
that
not
doesn't
my
mean
type.
doesn't mean I'm sleeping with her.
Just to clarify. Yeah, no, it's
Just
okay.
to clarify, you can be friends with anyone. You
Yeah.
can have a relationship and use the word relationship with
Right.
anyone.
Yep.
But if you're not getting what you need out of it, that's one-sided and that's bullshit.
Yeah.
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 And
Yeah.
my kids are teenagers, and they see it. They're like, "Ma, what does he do for you?"
No.
Right.
What,
And I was like,
so here's my
"He's
next
not doing
question.
nothing."
Hold on.
Here's my next question to you. Would that be okay for your daughter or for your son to be in that situation?
Oh no.
Then
no.
get the hell out.
Right.
Get out.
You started to get comfortable with something, but the thing is, unfortunately, you have to pull your self, esteem by the bootstraps and pull it up and kick his
Yep.
ass out.
Yeah.
Years
Yeah.
ago, right after I got divorced, I dated someone and he was very nice. Don't get me wrong. He was a very nice person. However, he lost his job, started excessively drinking, smoking weed, the whole thing.
Yep.
And you know what? I had to break up with him because that's not what I wanted my children to see. So when you put yourself first and then your family, what is it that they're seeing that you're accepting? Because that
Yep.
becomes what's acceptable to them.
Right. They're seeing
So
the
if it's not
negativity.
acceptable. If you would throw a fit as a parent, if that was happening to your
Right.
child. So I get why your parents asked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they asked like over 30 times. My stepdad was like, boom,
Get
boom, boom,
out.
boom. He sat there for 3 hours at the table
No.
with him talking about, what are you to my daughter?
And put
And
his
he was
ass
like,
on
we're
the
in a
couch.
relationship, but
There
we're
you go.
friends.
Because he
And I'm
wanted
like,
the definition, and he wanted to know that
Yeah.
he respected you, but he doesn't.
No. Put
Yeah.
his ass on the couch. And the couch is one step away from the front door.
Yep.
He's got 30 days. Front door is there, out.
Don't let it hit you on the way out. Yep.
Go couch surf at somebody else's place and change
Mhm.
damn locks on your house.
Yeah.
he don't have a key.
Well, there you go.
Still, it never
I
hurts
would
because you
feel
never
changed.
know.
Yep.
There you
Absolutely.
go, Amber. You've been told. Here's your advice, sweetheart.
And they're the experts. We, like I said, we'll let them defer.
That's definitely advice I needed, because me and my friend were talking about this the other day, and I was telling her, like, I'm at a standstill where every time I bring up that question, he was like, we're in a relationship, but we're friends. I'm just not ready yet.
No, he's not
He's-
ready because you're not his type.
Yep.
Right.
He's just
Here's
keeping
one
you
thing
there in
I
the
will-
loop there. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's one thing I will tell
unfortunately,
you.
the situation is benefiting him and not benefiting you, and that's
That's the only reason. Yep.
Mhm.
I tell people all the time, if they wanted to, they would.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If
I
they
totally
wanted-
agree.
I even went far as posting like little memes on Facebook and like shared memes. And I'm at my daughter's dentist, and he was like, "What the hell is this?" And I was like, "Well, this is how I feel." "Well, why are you posting about me? It's about me." I said, "Well, it wasn't initially about you. It was just about how I felt." And he was like, "But
Bye.
da-da-da-da-da," and I'm like, whatever.
I'd be
Goodbye.
like, bye, boy.
Ignored him.
yeah.
No. Bye, boy.
He's
Bye.
dick surfing somewhere.
Yeah. Well, you
My
said that. It's a great
17-year-old
point. I
said
didn't think
that.
about the whole issue with the grinder. It might not be, again, just saying, it might not be a bad idea because you could get more answers potentially there because he won't think that you're going to go that far.
We're gonna
So
do Cross's picture
Amber, I'm
for
going to share a
Grindr.
story with you.
Maybe.
I dated someone, good looking, nice, the whole thing. Great job on paper, perfect in person, always very nice. Made one flaw with me. His phone was left out while he went in to take a shower,
uh-oh.
and it was face up. I started seeing all these alerts from Tinder coming in.
Oh.
I let it
Oh.
slide. No. I let it slide for the rest of the weekend.
Okay.
The following week, I was like, hey, I'm doing some research for a podcast for me and Max. I said, as a man in your 50s, what do you think about dating apps? He's like, oh my God, I've never used them. I won't use them. I hate them, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And I said, I went one further. I said, so you've never used like Plenty of Fish, Bumble, Tinder? And he's like, oh my God, no, I would never do that. Okay. He lived 3 hours away from me. Dialed up one of my girlfriends that lived in the same town he lives. I said, I need you to do me a favor. I'm calling one in.
Yes.
I said, I'm creating a profile for you.
Yes.
On Tinder. Within an hour, he swiped on her. She calls me freaking out. Oh my God, what do I do? I was like, answer it. I was like, let's go. We had him going. I said, have him she's like, he wants to meet me for drinks. I said, tell him you'll meet him Friday night at Charlie Clark's. And she was like, I was like, Charlie Clark's, that's where he goes. Tell him you'll meet him there. She did. Set up for 6:15 Friday night at Charlie Clark's. 6 o'clock Friday night, he calls me. Hey, baby, what are you doing? Nothing. What are you doing? Oh, he's like, I'm so tired. I was out with the dog. We went to the park, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, he's like, yeah, we're just going to have dinner and I'll call you in about, I don't know, 2-3 hours and, we'll catch up before bedtime. I'm like, okay, have a nice night. Talk to you later. So then 15 minutes goes by. Now 6:15, they were supposed to meet.
Yep.
6:30, 6:40, I text him, hey, babe, I miss you. What's up? Nothing. I call him. He actually answered. And I could hear in the background, I said, where you at? And he's like, oh, I came over to grab dinner at Charlie Clark's. He goes, but, I'm not going to stay long. I go, oh, you mean dinner with Cindy?
Oh.
Dead
Wow.
silence.
He spit his pants.
Dead silence. He's like, what? I go, I didn't stutter. Dinner with Cindy? I said, let me tell you something. One, don't ever play games with a girl who's going to play better, first and foremost. And I said, and the one thing I asked of you when we met is don't ever lie to me.
Wow.
And how did you reply?
When I tell you, create a profile, do your due diligence, see what happens. But from everything else that you've told me, Max, what's your opinion? To the door?
Absolutely. I mean, the thing is, it's okay to, you want to check on people, and it's okay if somebody says that they're going to be dating other people and they're honest about it. Again, I don't know why it's so hard for people to just be honest.
Yeah.
If you're into them, you're not into them. If you're dating more than one person, then say that. You'll all figure it out eventually, but you don't have to keep doing these games and lying and coming up with all this stuff because you can't keep it straight.
Yeah.
And nobody's in a relationship after 2 dates. That's my other pet peeve. Right. Nobody is in a relationship after 2 dates.
Correct.
Okay. I mean, do you even know their last name? Do you even know where they live?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about them after 2 dates?
Yeah, that's fair.
I figure you have to meet the parents or the significant other or somebody in their inner circle before you can get to that point.
Get to know their friends. Get to know, go to the places they hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he started introducing me to some family and friends. Like he's met all my family, all my intimate family, you know what I'm saying? Okay. But I've met like maybe one friend that came over. I met a cousin, I met an uncle, and that's it. And I'm like, okay,
yeah, but he's not really introducing you as anybody. You're meeting these people by default because you're living in the same house.
Yeah.
Well, no, his uncle kind of came in and was like, "Oh, this is your girl," and he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "That was dry."
Yeah.
Well, he's rehearsed it. He knows when to pull it out to make it seem legitimate, and then
was he squeezing your ass when he said that?
No,
I doubt it. Yeah.
What was he pulling out?
He was making a plate.
Yeah.
Right. He was making a plate of food for his uncle. Like when we're at my mom's, it's a big show. Like he'll grab on me, he'll hug me, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, of course.
Like,
No,
That's a different game changer there. You have to in front of mom. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
I'm telling you now, from everything you've told me, I don't even need to know the rest of the entire story. I'd be like, bye, boy. Bye. See ya.
Yeah.
And that's not being mean. That's not being vindictive. That's
No,
nothing.
that's not being mean. That's being honest.
Right.
Yeah, but you
Brutally
don't want
honest.
to waste any more time with all
No.
this frivolity.
Yep.
Cut
Now-
ties,
now
move on.
I was going to say, I have a question. Now, when people get to a certain age, say 35 or up, they've sown their wild oats, they've gone to the clubs, blah, blah, blah.
I'll know that in about 5 years.
I was going to say, why is there an age limit to that?
I was going to ask you, where are you going? I'm afraid to ask where you're going with this question, but keep going.
All I'm saying is, at a certain point, people realize they want to settle down. Most people. So when they go out on dates, what is your opinion of people that all of a sudden find someone that's somewhat half decent, and then they get clingy, or they'll do anything to stay in the relationship? Because I know that has happened as well.
Yeah.
Pardon?
We've talked about this. First of all, have some self-respect.
Yep.
Again, it's that second date. I'm in a relationship where we all know the person that's changed their Facebook status.
Oh, yeah.
Week over week over week over week. In a relationship, single. In a relationship, it's complicated. In a relationship, single. What are you?
Right. And the thing is,
I
it's
would be
okay to
single.
feel that you want to start having a long-term relationship where you want to find somebody, but for God's sakes, don't settle, because then you're gonna be, miserable, and you're gonna regret everything, and then you're gonna resent this person who had no idea why you're resenting them.
Yeah.
And it's gonna start a whole other vicious cycle. So yeah, if you want to settle down, have some quality in what you're presenting, and quality people are going to come back, and give it a chance. Don't take the first one that drops off the freaking truck, because that's ridiculous.
Put out what you actually want back. Be honest with yourself. First and foremost, be honest with yourself. What will I tolerate? What will I accept? And what are my non-negotiables? And don't bend them to have someone sitting next to you on the couch.
Right.
Period.
I thought you were just going to say, okay, put out. Okay. That's easy.
Well, maybe you, but
here's the other part. There is no shame in that whatsoever at all, because I'm not going to buy a truck without driving it. Right.
Oh, yeah.
So, and at this age, that is something that's going to happen. You're going to eventually sleep with a person. If you're not compatible in things outside the bedroom, and all you have is sexual compatibility, it's still not going to work for a relationship.
Right.
It'll work to scratch the itch. And hopefully you don't have to take penicillin for the itch. Right?
Yeah. Ideally.
It'll scratch and it'll fit the need for the moment.
But no fulfillment.
At the end of the day,
don't mistake sex for love.
Right.
At the end of the day, do you want to wake up with that person? I mean, you got it. Like, we've all woken up with someone where we're like, "Fuck, what did I do?"
What did I?
Well,
they were prettier last night than the alcohol wore off, but no.
Right.
In the words of the great Ted Nugent, cat scratch fever.
Yeah.
What do you?
It makes me wonder, even for Bill, with your wife. I mean, she you must know you're a keeper, because she woke up and didn't have second thoughts. So, I'm just saying.
Oh, she looked at me every morning and go, "Thank God you're beside me."
Yeah, I think that's a stretch, but okay.
Cataracts.
Go ahead, Justin. Ask a question.
No, actually, well, it's interesting when you bring up the point about, just, and I the point there too is like the whole understanding there's a difference between, sex and then misinterpreting it for love. And I think the problem is everybody's searching for that connectivity. And again, even to Marla's point, if you don't connect outside of the bedroom, you're not really going to have that same thing in it either.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of people, I know a lot of people have talked about it where, and I've always been one of those two, like, I want to bond with somebody. I don't just want to scratch that itch, as it were. You get to points where you feel like, you get to, well, I won't say the term a certain age. You get to a certain point where you kind of feel like, maybe you've been so alone for a while, or maybe on just so many dates that nothing really panned out. You kind of start to feel like, I guess desperate is a lack of a better term there. But even with that being said, like, and I would guess you would still advise us, though, it's still not really worth sacrificing, despite the fact of maybe you haven't had that person to sleep with. You've had many cold nights. You still wouldn't obviously recommend, right? Even the fact of if you've been alone and been single for so long, you don't want to settle for if it's not going to be a great match. And if you're looking for something more fulfilling, you don't just want to jump at that or just force it, because you can't force it.
You could go and have a physical contact with somebody. It doesn't mean you're going to be in a relationship. Okay. But you could, if that's what you're looking for, as far as because you've been alone for a while. The thing is, if you've been going on dates and it's not working out, clearly you're in a cycle and something's got to change. So you have to change something within yourself. Right. Are you sleeping with them too soon? Are you dating the same kind of person? Are you saying the same kind of things? Why is it that it's not working out? Because sometimes people don't realize that they're in the rut and they're the issue. And if they want to make a change, they have to be consciously aware of it and accept that and make that change. And then those cycles, if they're lonely or they're not getting the right date after date after date, they have to really take that time to do that. And that's where it's going to change. You can't just say, oh, it's this or it's that. It could be something in the way that they're doing it or presenting themselves. And they just have to look in the mirror and recognize it.
Yeah. That's very true.
You guys are very wary of the dating sites, and I get it. Absolutely get it. Back in the day, if you wanted to meet somebody, it used to be like join a book club, go to the library,
take home ec.
Peruse the grocery
produce aisle.
Store, the produce aisle. Right. What for somebody who say on the young side and is looking for that partner, and all their friends are doing is flipping this and flipping that, what would you say to them to find a meaningful partner? I'm
going to tell you, I do a lot with social media platforms. There's a group. It's Arizona Dating and Events. 29 to 65 or 29 to 69.
Okay,
right. We've had them on our podcast. We've had the administrative team on our podcast. This dating and events group, we create events within this group, and there's probably 6,000 plus people in this group.
Wow.
It's all for the greater Phoenix area, meaning Northwest Phoenix, Southwest Phoenix, the East Valley, Mesa, Tempe, Chandler, Gilbert, everywhere.
Okay.
There's nobody that cannot go into this event group and create an event. I create one for a Tuesday night happy hour at a local bar that has music trivia, okay, on a Tuesday night. And I put it out there, and whoever wants to come can come. Last time there was probably close to 50 people that showed up for a happy hour for this event. The group is putting on an adult prom.
Okay.
And it's sold out.
Wow.
It's literally sold out. We sold out the Deuce in Phoenix. This is a club in Phoenix.
Yeah. Yep.
We have a DJ, we have photographers, everything. Find a group on social media that resonates with you. Not a dating specific group, an event group.
Okay.
But that's actual live, not virtual.
Right.
Yeah.
And every city's got to have one.
Paddle boarding events. I'm going to be doing one of those when I get back to, the States. Find something that you like to do and create the event. People will come. Build it. They will come. Again.
Did you ever do one in Niagara Falls? I was working at a hotel, and there was a lady that came in there, and she held a adult prom, and they, had a couple floor to themselves, and it was like
that was not me, but yes.
But
similar idea though, right?
There's going to be similar groups all over the countries that are doing these things because people want to meet face to face and interact as opposed to on the computer all the time. And these groups are fortunately becoming more and more successful as the dating apps are dwindling in popularity.
That's the better word, yeah.
It's forcing people to walk into it, and plenty of people on AZ Dating and Events say, I'm uncomfortable going into a bar by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've been all over the social media platform engaging with all these people that are going to be there. So all you have to do is show up and go, hi, I'm Marla. How are you? And you meet 50 people.
Yeah.
So again, get off your couch, right? Get out in the wild and walk up to someone and introduce yourself. Someone. Find your niche. Find your group on social media.
And there are admins for these groups, so they are watching what's being posted. They are watching the people, so there is a level of safety and people keeping an eye on what's being posted and who's going where and what.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll do a shameless plug. If you go to YouTube on our podcast, Dare to Date Me podcast, look for the one where we had the team of admins on. We had great conversation with them. We talked about the rules that they have in their group, and they firmly stand by them. They kick out the bots. They kick out the AI. They kick out the scammers. They shut full threads down if it gets out of hand. You know, when you have a group that's 5,000 or more people, right? And they're well over 6,000 now. When you have a group that large on social media, you have to make sure that it stays on track. I will give kudos to this group. They keep it on track. They keep it clean. They keep it healthy. Okay. And so huge shout out to the admin teams of this group, because I know them and I know how they've moderated the group. They're there for people to feel safe, secure, right? Make some great connections. There's always a pool party going on. People open their homes to strangers to have a pool party and a barbecue.
Wow.
So again, it's not just a bar crowd. It's not just, there's like dinner cruises at the lakes in Arizona. There's dinners that people say, hey, let's all go sushi.
Right. Hey. Just find one that's in your town, because there's definitely going to be one, and just see what they're posting and then go to one of the events.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great idea. I mean, it's kind of getting back to that simple notion of just, meeting people. And again, I know a lot of people, they say, the apps, online stuff, and we get it. It's just the tech world we're living in today. I guess that's all part of society now, but then it gets into I was going to say, then the hard part is then you get into the spam things. Are you getting phishing? Who's real? Who's not real? Are they bots? Are they actual people? It turns into a whole spider web of different things that go off track.
Here's the other thing. Is that person over 18?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm going to throw that out there only because it has never happened to me, thankfully.
Right.
But I'm also not an idiot that sends naked pictures to someone I've never met before either. Okay.
Yeah.
There's that.
Yep.
You need to make sure the person you are talking to, you should be talking to.
Right.
There's plenty of men and boys, because that are not who they say they are. And there's women and girls doing the same damn thing.
And don't be manipulated in thinking that this is the way you're going to get somebody. Again, it comes back to having some of that self-esteem and that self-respect, that there's no reason for that to be a reason, no matter how long you've been talking online with somebody, that should be an avenue that you should go down or think that you need to do that.
Right.
Absolutely. And again, we've talked several times on our podcast on how to get out and meet people. It can be very scary to walk into a bar by yourself that's not like your hometown bar, right?
Yep.
Max and I both have bars that we can go to as single women and walk in and feel immediate comfort level because we've been there before.
Yep.
Hey, Tony, how's it going? Hey, Sue, what's up?
Yep.
Right.
But to walk into a place that you've never been into before by yourself as a single female, or even a male who may be more on the introvert side, that's a heart pounding thing to do.
Sure.
If you're already walking into an environment that you've watched people talk on the thread, you have comfortability, you're in a chat room with them, put yourself out there and just stop thinking I'm going to find my person, and reverse thought that and start thinking I'm going to go have a really good time tonight. And I'm going to go meet people and I'm going to enjoy myself.
Yeah.
And be authentic, be who you are, show up for you, not anyone else.
And that energy change makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's one thing I agree that gets kind of lost in there is I think people, and I get it, everybody's looking for that someone, but you go into these things where you're too focused on like, I gotta hook that right fish. I gotta find the right person like right now. You miss the opportunity of just meeting people and again, having fun and just, even getting out there. I've known people that they're so introverted, like this is their first step, like just, yeah, it's great that you're actually just getting out there. Maybe it's not going to end in a love connection, but at least you're finally taking the steps to branch out as opposed to before where you wouldn't even dare to go out the door. Right. So, I think that's why a lot of people struggle too. And it's unfortunate because, meeting a lot of great people always helps. And, again, I get the whole synopsis and the status of I'm trying to find that one person. Everybody's trying to find that one person. I mean, I don't think there's a single person you ask like, there might be a few. I'm just maybe dating for the heck of it. I'm just trying to have fun with it.
Right.
But the majority are looking for the one, as they say. Right. But the focus-driven idea is they're not looking at gaining. Yeah, it's almost like going on job interviews. They say if you don't get the job, you're getting experience by talking, improving your communication skills. The more you meet people, you tend to like, I'm one of those types. I'm usually reserved. Like it takes me a bit when I start talking, I kind of relax. I open up more, you have to kind of put yourself there. Like take a few tries, but at least you're gaining you're gaining confidence. And they were talking about going out publicly. Maybe you start, I'm gonna have to start going to the grocery store, look more pathetic. I heard that's a thing.
It's such a thing. I think I mentioned this last time. A couple of weeks ago, I went to the grocery store after brunch and I was dressed up for brunch. And I was like, all of a sudden, guys were like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, good.
Yeah.
We're in the frozen food department. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a bar. That's the thing. No. I mean, just being out there and being open to talk to people.
Yeah. I go outside and every time I go outside, it's like, hey, you're so beautiful. And I'll be like, shut the fuck up.
Well, yeah, we think there's,
and I don't mean to do it. I just have an abusive background. I was abused for years with all my past exes.
Well, you hear it all the time, right? So you kind of get.
And then I hear it all the time, and it's like, thanks. I really don't care. Thank you.
I've heard it too many times.
That's why you have to change your cycle for how you feel about things and the people that you're around. And then when people do say that, you're going to appreciate it.
So when I go out to when I went to Vegas, this one guy was like, you're so beautiful. He started singing to me. And then the guy I was with, he was like, she's in a relationship. I was like, shit, he made me feel happy.
That's all, but here's the other side of it. You need to figure out what makes you happy. Not just because someone's
compassionate. I want somebody to be compassionate. I want to be actually held, touched, not just sitting next to air.
Right.
Well, yeah.
At night or laying next to air because it gets cold in my apartment. We got central air and it's on 68 right now. So the past couple of weeks it's been really cold in the house and it's like
not 69.
Right. Why am I putting on like 4 blankets when there's a whole human being next to me that can give me warmth and I'm not getting that from them?
All right.
I call that, but
apparently it's never 69. It's only Grindr.
Ah, yeah. We learned that tonight. That's a fair touche, madam. That's a fair point. Yeah.
So ladies, I'm gonna finish with one good question, but it's gonna get deep into your soul.
Okay. All right.
So, oh boy, I can't wait.
No. When I was going to talk about the ancient Greeks or something, but no. People that are out there dating, what is one good piece of advice, regardless of your homosexual, heterosexual, male, female, older, younger? What is a piece of advice you could give them,
Peter,
regardless of their gender or whatever? What is a good piece of advice just to have when you're in the dating world in 2026?
Be genuine and be honest.
Yeah.
I would say communicate, be honest, use condoms for Christ's sakes.
And have somebody track your location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My children track mine. I got 3 daughters. And when I tell you, if I go out to ice cream without one of them, they cry. I go to Tim Hortons, they cry. And I'm like, get off of my location. Can I be a mom and be me for a minute?
No,
Can
you
I
knew
have
that when you
coffee?"
signed up. No.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
that's a
And
never
they're like,
ending
"No,
job.
we're on you, mom." I'm like, "Damn."
Amber, here's a little extra added advice. You have 3 girls. Be the role model and the superhero that they want and need. So they
Yeah.
grow up to be strong, independent, fearless, compassionate, amazing women.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You get to set that example.
Yes.
Absolutely.
There
I
you
was going
go.
to say, and take it
You
from a
wouldn't
girl dad.
tolerate it- If you wouldn't tolerate it for them, do not tolerate it for you.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
As a
why
girl,
I left the abusiveness. It was to the point where, my 13-year-old would like try to bring a knife around him, and she was like, "I'm gonna kill you." And I'm like, "Girl, put the dang knife down. Put the knife down."
Yep.
So I was like, "Yeah, this is not what I want in my life." So I vowed to never let a man put his hands on me.
Hey,
And
there's no shame in going a year without dating and
I went
turning your
8
personal
months.
shit
I went
around.
8 months,
No,
and
no.
if you can
Taking a break and
consider
working on
this
yourself is always
12,
not
12
dating,
months.
Go a full year and date yourself.
There you go. See?
Date yourself.
and
well, I
here's the
kind
thing.
of am dating myself. He's just air.
But that, no, total
gotta take care of that
isolation, nothing
situation.
Get that
there.
crap out of your bed, girl.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was going to say, being a girl dad, I had a learning curve. But the one thing I didn't ever compromise on is be a positive influence. And actually, having a girl makes you think a little bit more, at least as a male. How is she going to take it? How am I being perceived?
Yeah.
I'm careful about my anger. I'm careful about my actions because she's soaking it all up.
Right.
So, yeah. So I agree. You do have to be good around the girls, but you do with boys too. I mean, everybody learns by example.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You want to teach everybody to have respect for one another, whether they're boys or girls, because you want to teach the boys to have respect for the women, not think that the women are here for their own, amusement, or that they're an object for them. And
Right.
that's what has to be changing. It's not a matter of that. We have to always protect ourselves because they're in danger. Let them be respectful of that woman so you can actually have a fulfilling, meaningful partnership in the relationship.
Oh, absolutely.
Sorry
Absolutely.
for my daughter's nostrils.
What about your daughter? What? I can't hear anything. So you just kind of brought it up. Now we know it's there. So
Yeah.
Oh no, my Aquaria, the oldest, put her nose and her glasses in the camera at the top.
I didn't see. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, there you go. Hey, at least we know Mom can't. Again, case in point, Mom cannot be alone.
Right.
The youngest was just sitting on the bed a few minutes ago. That's who I had
But
turning
it's funny
around
though.
to.
I was just talking to my wife about my mom, and my mom had 5 kids by 30. And she would be doing 5 loads of laundry a day.
Yeah.
And I said to my wife, Jen, I said, well, why do you think, why did she enjoy it so much? And my wife goes, she probably didn't enjoy it, but it was her quiet time doing laundry.
Because nobody wants to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't even go to the bathroom by yourself, so may as well do laundry. Whenever you ask, nobody comes. So, I mean, that's
Sam,
fair.
do you have one really good finish-up question?
Well, I do want to. Yeah, I do actually. So, I mean, you kind of went the advice route, I guess. Looking at it from our big staple too is positivity there, and again, maybe just to throw it out there again, we could also tie this into you. Obviously, you did pitch your podcast. You could pitch anywhere else. Anything else they can find you guys to chat. But what is a perfect? I guess what's a perfect mission statement that you guys have when you share this in the realm of positivity about the dating world, which is obviously can be a slippery slope for some, can be downright difficult for others. But what is that one constant positive message that you always try to tell people when you are getting that message out there?
Well, I think for us, it's really like define and I mentioned it earlier, date yourself, right?
Yep.
Learn
your value.
Yep.
And appreciate your value, and don't let it go, and don't scrutinize it or diminish it for anybody.
Yep.
And so we have a Facebook page, so you can find us on Facebook as well, Dare to Date Me Podcast. And every day I will post something about the dating world, some advice, something about being single, awareness, health and mental capacities of dating, and there's so many things that these dating websites and dating apps play and mess with your brain. Yes, there's 20 people that want to meet you. Oh my God, 20 people want to meet me, right? So excited. And you start having multiple conversations. Is that really going to find you your match? Probably not.
Yeah.
Because here's how I feel. After a couple conversations, I'll give you a phone number, right?
Yep.
And if you don't call me within 24 to 48 hours, I don't want to talk to you. I just don't. That if someone is not showing you initiative and drive, why do you want them in your life? You are not a second choice.
Right.
You should be the first choice.
Right. They're just casting a big net. So have some value again. You don't have to have somebody to have worth. And then that's where the energy changes, and that's where you get what you give.
Yep.
And it's exhausting and it's draining.
It is.
It consumes your time and it consumes your mental well-being. And the biggest thing I would say to anyone is, I'm not going to say that the apps are trash and they're a waste of time. You could find your person. You could. It's going to take a lot, but you could. Know your self-worth. Know what you will tolerate on the conversation.
Yep.
You could have 2 or 3 back and forths, and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, let's go to WhatsApp or let's go to another platform. Absolutely not. Right?
Yep.
Or, hey, my car broke down. Can you front me $25 until I get paid on Friday?
Yep.
Absolutely not. I don't even know you.
Yep.
So these women that and men that do these things, know your worth, understand your value, like Max had said. Put it in the front. Put yourself first. If not,
right.
And honestly, get out and socialize and go join an events group, go join a social club.
Right.
Get the social aspect and what you need that you're getting from those dating apps. Get it from a social platform that you can actually meet people on.
There you go. No, that's fantastic. We love that. And again, I will say this has really been a great conversation. We'd love for you guys to come back and chat more. I know we got other people that are going to probably want to know more, so we could definitely do that.
I was going to say, maybe you could invite a couple of the hosts here onto your show.
Yeah, we could do that. We'd be happy to. Whoever wants to go, we could do that. Please also share us if you want to share links to us that we can also share. We'd be happy to point people there as well.
I am not looking for a side hustle. I don't have the energy, money, or memory to do that. No,
it's all right. I already got you tasked, so you kind of do my stuff anyway. But
hey, you know what? We'll be able. I would love to post anything for you guys at all. And
I appreciate that.
Back and forth.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll make sure you have links. Your graphics will be up. I want you to be inundated with emails like we always are.
Yeah,
I love it.
We would love to help. If you want to help, again, we always welcome the opportunity, because again, we just find that there's so much knowledge and wealth that we all can learn and share. And we always tell people too, why compete with others? We can all. This world's big enough for everybody. So what?
Yeah. They would be great to pair with on the Who's Up with Me.
Amber does her own late night shows. Ladies go on there. We have some other ladies interested, so we could have a gals powwow if you guys are interested there. You can.
I always say to everybody, she'll talk about anything from chocolate chip cookie recipes to bedroom toys and everything.
Pretty much. So I mean,
earlier in our podcast here, I was gonna say, if you have itch to scratch, you can always get it delivered by 4 a.m. by Amazon, right? Like,
yeah, that is true.
It depends how close the warehouse is, I guess. Really.
Yep.
Right.
Well, you have Amazon Prime for a reason, but yeah,
right.
We're good.
Yeah.
But
so
no,
I'll make sure that you have our links. I'll make sure that you have all of our contact information.
Yeah, please.
We use YouTube. It's free to subscribe to our podcast. There's posts on YouTube as well. We have a Facebook page, Dare to Date Me Podcast on Facebook. We're on Apple Music as well. We're connected with them.
Okay.
So again, subscribe. It's all free. We love hearing from our people that listen and watch and read. And we love the comments. If you're in the greater Phoenix area, We do events there all the time.
Right.
Come out to one of our events. Again, we'll be posting for the next event. Give a shout out to Chelsea's Kitchen.
Nice.
40th Street Camelback will be hosting there.
Woohoo.
Host at various bars throughout the valley. Again,
Right.
the thing is, our goal, get out, socialize, meet people face to face,
Right.
shake hands. We'll give you conversation starters.
Yeah.
You know, like we did at the speed dating event. We will give you conversation starters.
All right.
Yes. And it's
That'd be
true.
great.
We have, when we have guests, and the dating scene is for everybody. Like you said, Bill, it's straight, gay, male, female, you know, whatever it is that you're looking for, as long as you find the one for you and you're compatible and it's really enjoyable and a meaningful thing. That's what we're here to try to figure out and help each other get to that point.
Yep.
Well, that is wonderful. We love that. Again, we love the opportunity to collab with you guys. Again, help as much as we can too, because it's just, again, we just like to be that
Absolutely.
truck stop for everybody to get information superhighway, as they say,
Sure.
the proverbial
I love
internet.
Absolutely.
What's that? I
I
thought.
was just-
Okay.
I was just saying, I love it. I love I love all of it. Really.
And we love the positivity. We love the positive mental
Yeah.
health focus.
Yep.
And quite frankly, we want everybody to get theirs. So whatever that is, theirs is.
Yep.
Right. Whatever that looks like.
Right.
Whatever, as long as it's positive,
Absolutely.
upbeat, and bringing, we're trying to, as you said, change ourselves. We're trying to change that mold. We see enough negativity in the world, so we want to try to be some kind of a beacon of a light for people, regardless of what it is, how it is, who it is. As long as it showcases the positivity, that's really what we are really dedicated to want to do. So.
Yeah.
And again, same thing what you guys are doing, which is fantastic, and we'll love to promote that. We will do that, and we'll share more. And for you guys, again, if you're watching this,
Great.
Do
Thanks.
you want a fun exercise? I want you ladies to get a profile for Amber.
Oh
And
gosh,
talk behind the scenes, and then kind of see. We want to see the end result of this experiment.
okay. And on that note, HR rule, you get muted.
Yep.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's too far, Bill. That's where I have the
And
power.
with
I
that
do
one.
rule at some point. So yeah.
And that's a hard rap.
That's a hard, yeah. That's why you imagine what I have to deal with, and I have to coordinate all these people. So
Yeah.
this is just one of the prerogatives I get. No, I'm kidding, but no, we will absolutely share. And again, for you guys watching, if you're watching this live, we thank you. If you're watching later on, great tips there. Again, more information. Reach out to us. You can reach out to them. We can coordinate that. Again, if you're looking, if you need more details, we offer all kinds of stuff here. We'd be happy to do that. So. Don't be afraid to, and anytime we have guests on, you can always put comments out too. I know people a lot of times are hesitant, but there's no shame in asking questions. If you want to ask questions live, you can. Again, we're just all trying to succeed together. We're all trying to help one another. We're trying to build a better future together, regardless of what the demographic or the genre is. We're all trying to just enjoy this journey of life there and hope at least one or two people, if no one else, but we're at least want to give that opportunity for you guys. So we appreciate that, but we hope you guys enjoyed this. We look forward to more. Again, we would love to have you ladies come back. Other shows you can work on. Again, some of us can jump over if you'd like there as well. We're all about open door policy, back and forth. The more the merrier, etc. The party never stops.
Front door.
They're the yeah. You know what? I'm kind of thinking after
door
tonight,
only.
Yeah.
after your incident.
Well, at least not immediately.
I think we need to ease into the back door. We'll put it that way. We should close that for now and then see how the date goes. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
So, but we appreciate you guys watching. We thank you so much. And
Thanks.
thank you guys for being here. We'll be in touch with you guys for a lot more. Again, for you guys at home watching, thank you. We appreciate that as always. We wish you all a very wonderful evening. We look forward to many more great episodes. More to come. Stay tuned. Again, make sure you're following for more and that you know what's going on because great stuff to come. But cheers to you all. Happy week to you guys. Good night. And until next time, when we see each and every one of you at the show. Thank you all so much. Good night. Goodbye.
A biento.
Avi Zane and ciao ciao. Yeah, what he said.
Thank you for listening to the What's Up Bro show. Catch all the latest live action on your favorite podcast streaming services, including Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more. You can also check out episodes on the studio's official YouTube channel. Subscribe and become a member today. Don't forget to also turn on notifications so you'll know when new content is uploaded. Stay tuned and don't miss a single moment. We love and appreciate all your support. And as always, we will see you at the show.